Oh, the counter's going.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Did you capture a screenshot probably?
I don't know.
I think we're live.
Are we? Do you press record?
Hit it. Yeah. No, it's just live.
Oh. All right.
We're getting used to this. This is our first YouTube live, so bear with us.
It's really fun so far.
So I'm Jordan.
I'm Erica.
We're from the Hawaii Vacation Guide.
And we wanted to give you an update to what's going on in Hawaii right now because we're getting a lot of questions about, should I cancel my trip? Should I postpone my trip? I want to come to Hawaii in the next few months. What's going on? So we wanted to give that to you with this video. But we also wanted to let you know this is such a dynamic and ever-changing situation. We have started a newsletter. So we've been working really hard to get a bunch of information from local businesses and get them on a list. And so we'll be getting weekly and bi-weekly updates from local hotels, restaurants,
Snorkel shops,
tour operators.
Yeah, and even what the state's doing, like what beaches are opening up, all that good stuff, because it's like changing constantly, right?
Yeah.
So this is a great way to stay informed before you book your trip, or if your trip's booked and you're trying to figure out if you want to cancel or not.
Yeah, so how you get those updates is the hawaiivacationguide.com/open updates. So again, that's the hawaiivacationguide.com/open updates, and you will get a regular newsletter letting you know what's open, what they're offering, what they're doing to maintain safety standards so that you can plan your trip, and it will be easy
Be a
to
perfect
help
trip
you.
to Hawaii.
Yeah, it'll help you kind of get everything you need. All right, so what's going on now, Jordan?
So we're going to talk about what's going on now and then trying to predict what's going on in the future based on expert guidance, because there's tons of speculation out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's going on right now, Erica?
All right, so right now, some retail businesses have started opening just this week, but these are not like retail businesses for
tourism and stuff like that, like snorkel shops. These are like non-essential ones, more for locals. Like car washes are opening up, construction, malls are opening up.
Yeah.
You know, good stuff for us who live here because it's great. Like this, we're starting to open up slowly. But what this is called the phase one, and it's the stabilization period. So they're really kind of like testing the waters, see what happens.
Yeah. So to open these retail shops, everybody's required to wear masks. They are maintaining social distancing and a bunch of safety protocols.
Yeah,
so,
for customers and for workers to make sure everyone's staying healthy.
Yeah.
They just don't want, they're seeing what's going on in the rest of the world, right? With South Korea, Germany, China, they removed restrictions, they're bringing it back.
Yeah.
It's still a little scary on Maui, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All the Hawaiian Islands.
So beaches are open, but for exercise only. So currently no sunbathing on the beaches. We're gonna do a beach walk after this, so make sure you stay tuned if you wanna see a little glimpse of the Hawaii beaches out here. Restaurants, still dine-in is closed. You can still do takeout. We have a great video on takeout restaurants open right now. Most hotels are closed. Most of the hotels that are open are the ones that have an agreement with airlines to house, pilots and things and airline workers.
They're doing a one key policy or one entry, so they give you a key and you can only enter your hotel once, right?
Yeah. So that's how they know that you're breaking quarantine. Yeah. And on that,
go ahead.
There's still a 14-day quarantine in effect.
Yeah.
So if you arrive here or switch islands, go inner island here, you have to quarantine for 14 days without leaving. So people are still showing up and they're getting quarantined. There's lots of stories in the news here about people getting jailed. Like this couple went to Waikiki for their honeymoon and they wouldn't sign the agreement to stay in their room with the hotel. They went out for pizza twice. The hotel called the cops on them. They got thrown in jail and then they got shipped off the island. So they're taking it very seriously. Yeah. So,
which is the next thing, right? It's like, all right, a lot of people are speculating that they're going to lift the quarantine on May 31st.
All right, so our updates, we've been looking because we are just as curious as to when this is all going to kind of start easing up as you guys are who are planning your trips. And like I said, we've been talking to a lot of business owners, we've been reading the news, so here's what we have for you. No one knows, But to be honest, the Hawaii State Senate Special Committee for COVID-19, so they have said that yes, the quarantine right now is going to be up May 31st, but we should expect that to be extended.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah, so I don't
Yeah.
know how long, they didn't say, but they said it was likely that the quarantine was going to be extended. Interesting, from the Turtle Bay VP. So Turtle Bay is a resort on the North Shore in Hawaii, which
best.
we love Turtle Bay. We love Turtle Bay. And they have said that even if restrictions are over by May 31st, so even if it's opened back up, the earliest they expect to be able to reopen is July 1st. So they need a full month to do cleaning, to train their staff, to get the right PPE, to develop procedures to keep hotel guests safe. So even if things open, there's going to be a delay. And I thought that this was really interesting. Hotel general managers are expecting that even when things open back up, you'll only see a 20 to 30% occupancy rate. So that just shows that there's going to be less travel to Hawaii for quite a long time, even when things start opening up. So
Yeah, so here's a crazy statistic for you. So before COVID happened, Hawaii got 30,000 visitors a day.
On average.
On average, 30,000 a day. Since the restrictions started happening, they're down to 126 a day.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, obviously no one's coming anymore. I mean, we're optimistic. Like, if you're going to plan your trip if you're going to start traveling again with this, domestic's going to be best than international, but Hawaii just wants to be prepared. And that's what the mayor of Maui, he's like being very risk averse on this one. He wants to make sure that like everyone's abiding by the rules. And that's what we've noticed. Like people are, like everyone's wearing their masks now. When you go out to the hardware store, groceries, everyone has their masks on. Want to make sure the medical facilities can handle any surge in capacity. And they just want to see what goes on with more testing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the stuff the mayor's looking at before they reopen.
Yeah. I should also say, thank you guys for watching. If you're there, I see a couple of people watching.
Yeah, no,
so if you have any questions about what's going on here, since we are here, type them in and we will answer them.
Not right now while we're here at the beach, but we'll get to it.
Or we might answer
okay,
them while
all
we're
right.
here. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so restaurants. So what's going on with restaurants, and if you're coming out, when can you expect to be able to go into a restaurant? Again, there's no definitive when restaurants will open. So a co-owner for Ruby Tuesdays on Oahu has said that they just expect that when they open, it's gonna need to look significantly different. So they're looking at how to put partitions up between the tables. They're floating the idea of bath curtains, shower curtains.
Shower curtains, yeah, it's gonna look real nice. Yeah.
But so these are the things, just restaurant owners are thinking about how can we open up.
Yeah.
The operations manager for Wolfgang Steakhouse in Waikiki has said that they expect reopening to look like what it looked like just before they closed. So that was all of the servers and staff are in masks and gloves, that social distancing is maintained between the tables, and that they stagger who can come in and how many people can come in at a time. So
right now in Hawaii, restaurants are open but only for takeout, and very limited, because most of them are closed because they just can't handle being open for takeout only.
Yeah.
So it's just takeout, so that's still going on now. So we'll see what the next phase of restaurant opening is. It might just be outdoor seating only.
Yeah.
Or open air restaurants,
Yeah.
which we have a lot of them here. But we'll see what happens with the restaurants.
Yeah. So people are starting to put together plans for how they're going to open. We talked to, as I mentioned, we have our newsletter that will keep you up to date on how everything is opening. But
just like snorkel stores, right? And like big tour operators doing snorkel, like how are they going to manage these boats? Well, they're developing their plans right now, and that's what they're going to share with us.
Yeah.
So it's like, we can go to Molokini Crater, but it's only going to be like half full, right? So book early, stuff like that.
Yeah, or you have to bring your own gear or things like that. So these are the things that we've been talking with business owners about, like how are you going to open? When are you going to open? What is your tour schedule going to look like? What is your restaurant going to look like? What is your hotel going to look like? And they've been so kind so far to provide us with updates that we can share with you and keep updated so you can plan your trip easily. So again, it's a free newsletter. It's the hawaiivacationguide.com/open updates, and you will get all the updates that you need, like keeping everything updated. It's just going to be a big database, so you can search for restaurants and tours and see what you can do if you are planning a trip in the next
3 months, 2 months,
6 months even, you know, we just
you're
don't
right.
know.
We don't know how long this is going to be.
Yeah.
We had one commenter on YouTube mention how she can't wait to have her spring break in October here.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, that's about, you know, good for you. Yeah. Maybe that's realistic. Maybe she could come earlier, but I'm sure she's staying informed and figuring out what's best for her.
Yeah. So, should we go walk the beach?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone has any questions. Hopefully this will save because it's a nice.
We're new at this. Yeah.
This is our first time, so it's a nice update. But let's go walk the beach.
And we'll continue to give updates on YouTube weekly or bi-weekly, and then we'll also do videos so we can show you what it looks like, especially here on Maui, because it's pretty interesting. I mean, it's still great. It's empty around here, but stores are opening up, restaurants, and we'll show what that looks like, so you have a better idea what your trip will look like when you come out here.
Yeah, cool.
Let's go check the beach out. Cool.
Lovely.
Got some surfers out there.
All right, let's go walk the beach.
It's a little bouncy.
A few surfers out there. Can you see that?
Might be hard to see.
Should I jump in front of you?
No, I don't think so. We can do it to close it. We did see a turtle right out in the water right before we start filming. Yeah, let's close it.
All right, thanks for joining us for this update and for this little beach walk. And remember, we are giving total updates from all the businesses in Hawaii at the hawaiivacationguide.com/open update. Open updates. Open updates, plural. So subscribe, you'll get our free newsletter, and it will give you a listing of everything as they're opening and what's going on in Hawaii. So thanks so much for watching.